Let us continue playing Forge Adventure Mode. When we last left off, I have built 2 new decks. One is for the Revenge Tour that I'm planning on doing this episode, and the second, is it fun? Well, we'll find out, because we're going to fight you. It is a Goblin Warrior. I'm fairly certain we might have a quest to deal with some goblins, actually. Play. As you can see here, we are running Enigma Drake, we are running Faithful Sitting, and we are running Lightning Bolts, because we have a lot of them. We will keep this and go Mountain, Faithful Sitting. Draw 2, we will discard ourselves a Island and a Brainstorm. Don't necessarily want to be killing Brainstorms, but it's fine. We need the other 2 things. I prefer the Lightning Bolts at the moment. Goblin Guide. Didn't attack me though. Okay. Mountain again. I guess we attack and see what they do. And if we attack with a Goblin Guide, we can get the effect to potentially draw a card, so we'll take it. Free Goblin Guide. Well, it attacks. That trigger is now on the stack, so we're going to Lightning Bolt the Goblin Guide. And we get a Sulphur Falls. As Falls enters tapped, let's control the island or mountain, which we do. Play our Enigma Drake, attack for 2. Rhyme Runner has the ability to prevent thing from being blocked, but requires snow covered activations for its other things. Okay, let's play a Cory Steel Cutter. We only have the one of these, unfortunately, but we can still equip it to you. So that gives +1/+1, trample and haste, and attack for 6. Mod Fanatic, sacrifice deal 1. But we are now in a position where we are just going to win here. So we attack. So this isn't optimal. What I would really like to do is have a lot more small cantrip effects, and we're getting Sir Donovan message again. I really need to go and do that, and I might do that as part of the Revenge Tour. But for now, first part of Revenge Tour is up here. But we have to go and get our way through. I don't know if the enemies are going to respawn. They questionably haven't. Which I'm not going to complain at. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Okay. We're just going to go sneak up here. Sneak along here. And hello, Mr. Chef, sir. I have a deck for you to worry about. We're now equipping the Revenge Tour. Let's go. So, what is the Revenge Tour? Well, ultimately the Revenge Tour is working out... It's basically doing a thing that I considered doing a while back, but I decided against it because most of the opponents don't have a very high life total. We're going to play, and we're going to see that this is Slivers. What's new about that? Well, unfortunately, none of the pieces I'm running in this opening hand, but we will get there. We hope. They have mulligan to 6, which is absolutely what we want to be seeing right now. Misty Rainforest into our Tiger. Now, to be absolutely clear, the Slivers have a higher ceiling in terms of quick damage to get through the life totals, but that wasn't what I would plan this for. That being said, that seems to be what we're doing. Bloodstain Mire, crack it for a plateau. Mana Weft. Attack for 2. 3 visits to ramp up. Okay, still haven't drawn it yet. That's fine. We're gonna go white, red, Cloud Shredder. Go muscle. And we're gonna try to win with damage at this point. We can at least play a lot of Slivers very quickly. If we hit Anivar doublers, it's fine. You'll also notice the deck is a little higher count than it should be, and perhaps I should have adjusted that ahead of time actually, because I thought I cut some things. Doesn't matter too much. We're going to play Hive Stirrings, because everything is haste. And then we're going to play out our second Muscle Sliver. And then we are Alpha Striking, because everything is in the air, and the thing that isn't the Skeletal Snake is probably fine if it trades there anyway. 17. They now have their first food token to start doing the shenanigans. Okay. We drew another hive stirrings. That might actually be lethal. Declare attack. Alpha strike. Down to 3. If they have a wrath effect, 1 flavor. Did gain some life off that. I'm down to 3. There we go. So this is a virulent sliver. I have 4 of these in this deck. All slivers have poisonous 1. Poison adds a poison counter to them. I've basically gone full infect on this, and it also isn't strictly infect because it still does for damage. If we play this now, for example, we then go attack, and instead of having 50 life, you have 10. But in this case, you just don't have any life remaining. Okay, well that works. Maybe we should have just gone with the efficient thing. This is a 50 card deck because I decided to put a few other bits and pieces in there. Maybe I should have pared this down. We might pare it down by the next one. We'll see. We will keep this. Give it a second. But 1 game up. We go Sliver Hive. We do have another copy of Sliver Hive, so we do have 3 of these. And we will pass. Okay, Forest Gem Hide. Attack for 2. Again, we're looking like we're doing damage with this one. Also, it doesn't look like they're doing it a lot here. Oh, cancel that. Marsh Flats. Crack it for a plateau. Play you out. Play you out. And attack for 4, our usual. Oh, attack for 6 actually, because we've got the snaky rock. So apparently the answer to beating bosses was just slivers. This wouldn't work against Markov, but hey. Alright, here we go. So now, Forest, Virulent Sliver. We'll play the Hive Stirrings. And now we're just going to attack in the air with everything here, because why not? That means you have now taken 12, but also, once I auto all of these, you're on 6 poison. You're dead if 4 more slivers contact you and the virulent slivers are alive. Cultivate gets a couple of forests. That does not sound like a play that's going to beat this. We're going to muscle sliver because if I'm going to win once, I'm going to win twice. And we're going to attack. Alpha strike. Well, we're getting some stuff, but I don't think it matters. Oh, 29. We were 1 short. Doesn't matter though. You get 10 poison. You immediately die. We've beaten Zedruu's cook. Revenge tour begins. Getting another academy manufacturer is pretty good. We get the Underworld Cookbook as an item. We get a basement key. As Marauder, Mardakar, Stindakulakar, something like that. Ah, god damn it. It's fine. I need to learn how to pronounce that again, especially if I'm going to end up running it at some stage. Talent Provision is good. Again, that's our second academy manufacturer, so we could potentially do some kind of tokeny strategy later down the line. But we have a basement key now. And now I'm kind of curious as to what's there. There is also some gold I'm going to steal. And I'm going to fight you as well. Actually, what I'll do before I do that, I'm going to edit the Revenge Tour down. So this is basically what we went down to here. I'm going to cut... What do I cut? Oh, I added Sliver Legion. Sliver Legion I don't think we need. Strictly speaking, it's better than Might Sliver in most cases. But I don't think Might Sliver's good with the direction we're currently going in, except as a finisher. I'll remove the Lazatep as well. I will remove 1 of the Pump Slivers. Still reasonably useful. That takes us to 47. Currently running 20 lands, which I think works roughly for that. If I'm cutting all of those, I'm going to pick up 1 forest. This is a very low to the ground deck, especially with this addition in it. 46. Again, just trying to make it a little more reliable, ultimately. The double strike is essential, and obviously now with 2 Hive Stirrings, we have more ways of getting to that. Do I need 18 lands if I'm running that, though? In theory, 17 lands for 40 cards is correct. So if we add 6 more cards, it should be 2 lands on that, so 19. Oh, okay. We're going to go with this anyway. But yeah, there's a basement we can explore. But I will switch back because why? Well, do I switch back? I don't know. We're fine. We'll fight you anyway. The reason I'm not using the poison strat against most people is because, well, honestly, they have 13 life. If poison means they have 10 life, I don't really need the poison counters things to work. We'll keep this. Elite Vanguard, Sliver Hive, and go. Make it 3-2. We will go for a plateau. Gem Hide. Pass the turn. Double attack. We're going to block you. Okay. Volcanic Islands. We'll play you out. And we'll play you out. No pump effects, which is a problem. But it's 1-1s versus 1-1s at the moment. Although they do have a lot of them. I'm going to take the 4. Well, we're going to lose this one. Also, there's a concede and auto yield button here. That might be relevant if you have if you're in stack hell. Right, let's stun the 2-1 here. That's vigilance as well. We're just dead, aren't we? If we don't start block. I have to block the 4-4 to stay alive. So we say okay. You have to be blocked by you. The rest I can take for now. Down to 2. We have. Oh, got that. All right, fine. All right. Well, that happens. Again, the deck's less consistent, so maybe that's just my hubris at work there. All right, let's switch back a moment. We'll switch back to the Is It Pun. The Revenge Tour is our boss fighting deck apparently. For now though, we're gonna have to sneak our way back in, which is also going to involve sneaking back around you. Because now we have a basement key, we can go and explore the basement. Also, I should pick up the rest of the shards and things at some point. There's a lot of things on the map that I'm just not picking up. Anyway. Anyway. Now we can go into the basement. Also, I'm going to steal this gold. If I can. No, I can't. I think I tried to do that before, actually. Anyway, unlock the basement key. It is now unlocked. What do we get for going down here is a good question. Other than some spiders. We get some cards. Another filter land in Is It colors isn't bad. In fact, actually, if we were to go... Oh, actually, I need to equip the Underworld Cookbook. Let's unequip... Which way round was this? This is left. Sleep one's arguably more useful, but I want to see what this does. So we'll equip the Underworld Cookbook. We will edit the Is It Pun deck because we can get rid of another... Get rid of this, and we can actually add in the land we just picked up. Where was it? Oh, we got Skeleton Town. I didn't realize they had a Skeleton Town. So that was a mystery in the thing. But it was a different one, wasn't it? Where are we? Where are you? Where's your Oasis? Look for the blue stuff. Am I just blanking? Did I imagine we got the... Okay, we'll leave that there. I thought we just picked... we picked up a filter land. Okay, fine. I'll find it later. Maybe I'm just being completely blind. We will fight the cave spider, though, because we get to find out what you do. 18 life. We have... Oh, we just have the Underworld Cookbook. I mean, that's not a bad effect to just randomly have. So we'll play. We will keep this one. And Mountain Dragon Rage Channeler. Because, of course, this is exactly what we want to be doing in Is It anyway. Casting spells and doing nonsense. In this case, we're going to attack for free. And we're going to play out our Charter Course to draw 2 cards because we attack this turn. Also, land is the bin, we don't need it. Especially as we drew 2 more. We're going to discard a mountain because we don't need it. And make a food token because we might want that eventually. We have no food synergies whatsoever. That is reach, that's annoying. But it's the thing we have access to. Let's go deck finning, get another volcanic island. So, nothing has reach. That is something we do need to deal with. Let's go red, blue, red. And we will just attack the skeletal snake because we don't mind if they trade there. Then or green willow. Everything having reach is a problem for this deck in a few ways. Right, Cory Steel Cutter. Doesn't give first strike, unfortunately. Let's go Frill first. There is one slight risk with doing this, but we'll get there when we get there. Discard you. Surveil, Crackling Drake will keep on top. Draw 2. We've got Is It Charm. Is It Charm is probably what we needed right about now. So this is 3 modes. We can either counter a spell unless they pay 2, do 2 damage to something, or draw 2, discard 2. In this case, we're going to do 2 damage to the Death Toucher. Land in the bin. So the Star's Reach means the Enigma Drake trades with it. We have Crackling Drakes in reserve. We're going to actually see if we want to trade. That's fine. That's creature in the bin. We now have a Dragon Rage Channeler online. Number Spider. 2/4 and makes another 2/4. Alright, Crackling Drake then. Blue, blue, red, red. Draw a card. And we pass. No, actually, no, we have to attack. You can block safely and turn. Another Brood Weaver. We need another. We need another small bit here. Lightning Bolt can stay on top. I could put it straight in the bin, that is true, but I think I'm happier to just equip up and go. We'll equip the Crackling Drake, and we will attack with both, because we do have to. They are going to kill our Dragon Age Channeler doing this, which was a risk. Right. Lightning Bolt on top, let's see how this goes. They attack for 2. We will take that. Also, they have 1 energy at somewhere, which I completely missed. Okay, so let's go Crackling Drake to start with. Draw another card, so we have 2 Lightning Bolts now. I mean, honestly, at this point, we can just bolt and try to punch through. Hexproof from blue is a little annoying. We could actually discard. Yeah, let's use the cookbook here. No, actually, no. Well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this because we do this. Lightning Bolt, targeting you. Cory Steel Cutter makes us a monk. We won't equip it. The monk also has prowess, which is important. So now you're in a position where you need to block both of these. So we're going to attack with this one anyway. Double block. That actually is pretty good for us. It means I can go Lightning Bolt. You. Yes, I know you're making some sapling tokens, but I'll regenerate as well. Well, since that one is going to regenerate, we put all of our damage here. We do have trample though. You make your things. Pass the turn. Shark Typhoon is a fun thing. It probably isn't actually that good in this deck, I'm going to be fully honest, but it's fine. We can cycle it to make another flying token, which we might be doing in a few moments. Meanwhile, we go to attacks, and we attack with both of these. You may, in fact, regenerate, but we're going to kill our spider token then. And in this case, we're just going to get through for 2. Pass the turn. Turn it to the battlefield tapped because they have a lot of random spidery things now. Okay. Shark Typhoon will allow us to make a bunch of sharks whenever we cast spells. We're going to go Brainstorm. We're going to put both of those on top. Don't particularly care about the order. Faithless Looting. We're not going to move the token over, but we are going to draw the cards. We're going to discard Shark Typhoon and Mountain. We're going to cycle the Sandbar into another Enigma Drake. I was hoping to get a little another spell, but it's fine. So our 3/3 can't really do much, although they still have to block it. It doesn't particularly matter at this point. But hey, okay, Spellslinger. It is a thing that can happen. 2 Fantis, which is a big thing, and a Farseek is a good ramp spell. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to Sliver Pile for the moment. It is more reliable, at least in terms of what we're dealing with. Also, there's a lot of people here. Well, I'm going to fight you all the way through. Dwarf Demolisher. Eventually, we will play this. We are fine with this. Let's go Sliver Hive. Mountain goes into nothing. Forest, Mana Weft. Tap for 2. Yeah, the hook does almost nothing for the Sliver deck as far as I can work out, but that's fine. Target Sliver Hive. Play out another Gem Hide since we can. Attack for 2. Plateau. Yeah, we go double strike here because why wouldn't we? Now we'll just attack. Pillage destroys the Fright Faithful. That's probably fine, but it still leaves you dead. So, bunch of artifact destruction and stuff there from the demolishers. Also, I think that's up to 4 dwarves now. There's also a playset of pillages we now have. And I guess we're fighting more demolishers. Okay, sure, we can keep this. Okay, drawing the Mana Weft makes this an awful lot better. 7 dwarves. We'll play ourselves out Marsh Flats, crack it through. Plateau. Mana Weft. Attack for 2. 7 dwarves, number 2. Okay. Well, let's hope that doesn't get too out of control too quickly. This, though, is our usual play here. Into Muscle Sliver. And we will attack for 4. We've got one of the dwarves on the way through. They play a morph as well. Underground Sea. They're pretty much tapped out. Let's go cast the Double Striker and attack for game. Okay, what do we got this time? More dwarves and a pillage. Well, at least we have enough dwarves to actually do the 7 dwarves thing. There is another king down here, I'm just noticing, so maybe we have another boss battle coming up. Yet another pillage. Grenzo's a card I love. This is one of my favorite commander decks I've ever built. I'd have unfortunately ripped it, taken it to pieces since then. But dear God, do I love Grenzo. Okay. I want to grab some more stuff here. So we're going to grab shards. Was there anything else down here? Not really. I'll fight you since you're in the way. You're just a mercenary, though. Play. Keep. And we go Bloodstained Mire into Tiger. Sliver Hive, and I guess we're on the attack here. Attack for 3. 7 dwarves, number 1. Tropical Island, Hive Stones. Actually, cancel that. We don't have a white source. I did have a white source, I just didn't play it. My bad. Attack for 4. And forest. Again, I should have played the plains. Doesn't particularly matter. I think we're just going to shifting sliver in for 4 of the damage. Counterattack. Yeah, I really should have played the 5 stirrings. It doesn't matter. Shifting sliver it is. We're already unblockable, but let's be more unblockable. Attack for 4. Well, they've played the turn out quite nicely. Destroy my cookbook. But you can't block any of my slivers. Gets us crop rotation number 4, I believe. So, huzzah. If we do find a random lands-based strategy, we can go for it. I'm going to fight the golem first, which is actually a rustic construct. Play. Muscle into spiteful if we draw another land. Sure. Tropical Star. Merchant Dockhand, 1/2 construct. Okay. Volcanic Islands. Muscle Sliver them. And we'll see if they want to trade. Ether Meltdown. It gets +4, -0. Also, they have 2 energy. Oh, that's not energy. What's this then? Oh, okay. Random effects then, I guess. Okay. We do a tiger. That means we can play the cloud thing and try and get over it that way. Or we can hive stirrings. No, I can't hive stirrings because I still don't have the thing. I don't even have the white source for you. We play a spiteful sliver then. Attack for 2. Welder Automaton, 1 damage to each opponent for each 4 mana invested. Okay. Finally, we get our Gem Hide. That's useful. So let's go Gem Hide. Let's play our white red. That cloud. And honestly, if we fly now, we probably just win now. Attack for enough to force a block. And we say Alpha Strike. All of this to avoid all of this and get ourselves another Is It land, but also a book. Now a couple of Zulaport card throws, not the worst thing in the world. We prefer Blood Artist officially, but you know, that's still not bad. Also a Squadron Hawk. I don't know if we got the set of those when we did drafts it in earlier. Alright. I see you. And thus, I'm assuming this is going to be not strictly the Revenge Tour, but a poison matchup. Oh, Conjurer. We beat the Conjurer apparently once, but I think that was in a duel. Pull out all the stops. Alright, Tome of the Infinite. Conjure a random card from the tome into your hand. It pressure gets you. We cast mana with any card this spell. Into battlefield, conjure a lightning bolt. They already have this in play though. We're going to mulligan, because that's not aggressive enough. This isn't great either, gotta be honest, but we'll throw the swamp back. We'll keep this. There we go. Virulent Sliver. It begins. Attack for... We would attack for 2 if we could. Whenever you conjure one or more cards... Oh god, that's just going to get permanently bigger. Is that when it attacks? Oh jeez, okay. We're going to block that because that's a real problem for us. This is turn 2. Okay. So we can give them 1 poison here. We take 4 damage back. Probably, well, we take 5 damage back. Jeez. Alright, Gemhide Sliver, because at this point I think we might need to rush some Throbbing Hide Force to win this game. You're on 1 poison. We will take 5. Xander's Wake. Whenever one or more creatures you control die, draft a card from Xander's Wake spellbook. Oh god, they're all the spellbook cards. They were everywhere. Alright. Well, now we can go white, red. All slivers now have haste. Muscle Sliver doesn't do anything, but it does 1, 2, tap, humming 5, 4. They'll conjure up to 6. I reckon we do that and we counter strike and win. This is a little bit of a risk. But we win next turn if they have nothing against this. Down to 2. We'll play another Virulent Sliver just to be on the safe side here. And we Alpha Strike for so much poison. But it was just a random battle. We get the Outer Gate key. Oh, we got more boss things. Also, slot body, command mantle of the Ancient. This city is huge and confusing and terrifying in a lot of ways. Alright, well, we got our Revenge Tour match out, so let's revert back to the Is It deck a moment. Actually, no. No. We need to show off all of our decks in this battle, apparently. I'm going to fight you. Legionary. We have 1 win against them, but I don't know if that's because they just randomly appeared in the draft. Alright, we keep this. Mountain Dragon Rage Channeler. The Underworld Cookbook weirdly helps in this deck. When a creature not damaged by that is put into a graveyard, flip it. It then becomes a double striking Bushido 3/4. Surprisingly relevant in Champions Draft because, yeah, there are ways to make it do things. But of course, if it just strays, it dies. There were ways, I think. There must have been ways. I remember. I don't know. Draft history is a strange thing. Anyway, tap for 2. Okay. Well, the good news is we have an automatic madness enabler. That being said, we're going to play the extra layer out. Also, we can just discard a card. Yeah, we'll discard this. Make a food. And give ourselves artifact and creature in the bin. We'll then attack for 2. Wait, attacks with your top card in the library. If it's a creature card 3 or less. Okay, not something we need to worry about. Okay. Next up, Etched Familiar. Attack with... yeah, attack for 5. Should have thought about that a little bit, but hey. Okay. They just get a land. We're perfectly happy to take the free here. Funeral Rites. Land into the bin. The wrong land here, unfortunately, but still, it's fine. Dragon Rage Channeler and 2 extra layer attacks. Bone Shredder. Kill you. But Lightning Bolt you for death as well. Getting us nothing I care about, especially since we don't have Commander, so I don't know how relevant Bastion Protector can ever be. But okay, we have got the Outer Gate key, so I guess that's where we go. I still have explored so little of this darn place that I've sort of been obsessed with over the last few episodes, but oh well. Let's move out. We continue. What is here? It's still going. There's a dragon in the middle. We fight the Loam Speaker. I'm okay with that. We keep. They've mulliganed to 5. Okay, Argoff, Nature Thingamajiggy. Yeah, that's the. There's a Commander Meld card which works with that. The Titania, as it says there. So they might be playing the Meld shenanigans. We're gonna play Fatal Sealing. We will discard a Marsh Flats and a Mountain for the moment, and we will. Why did I discard the Marsh Flats? I need Black Sword. Oh, whatever. Well, we'll just get punished for that move a little later. Attack for 2. Mountain then. We're going to discard you. We will obviously pay the Madness cost. And then we're going to Lightning Bolt you. Tap for 2. Well, discarding the Marsh Flats proves to be a monumental error. But if they don't play a third thing, we're not going to get punished for it. That will start punishing me for it. Grixis Panorama. Sack it, find a Swamp. Swamp is unfortunately tapped for now, but hey, we're now back online. Alright, attack with both. You will trade down to 2. Cultivate is not going to keep you alive. Tap 2. Well, new opponents. Topiary Stomper. 3 mana 4/4 with Vigilance. Can't attack or block unless you control 7 lands, but is ramp. And a big creature, which might be relevant for certain things. Oh god, I just realised there were camels over there. Alright, well. I don't know if we need a revenge tour for this, but let's load it up anyway. Oh, this is just a fire dragon. I just wasn't certain. Oh well, we play. That is a 7 lander. Mulligan those. Return the. I kind of like the muscle into muscle into muscle. Let's get rid of the Marsh Flats. It's this again. I'm gonna be regretted for this, but hey, they've also mulliganed. We keep Sliver Hive. Mountain, never punished. Muscle Sliver. Tap 2. As long as they don't spot kill my creatures, which they've just done. Eventually, this is going to cause them problems. Going to speak to Shaman. Mountain. Play another Predatory Sliver. Attack for 5. Okay, Virulent Sliver, because that's basically free. And then double striking. And then we attack with everything. Down to 1, facing a lot. Upper strike. 250 wins, apparently. We've been playing the game that long. Leyline Tyrant is a commander card. Mostly Lava Tube's old dual lands. They all had to have a ton of things to make them worse. But our reward N is a book. It's not 2 slow fetches and nothing else I particularly am too interested in from that set. I'm just looking around at what I want to fight here, to be perfectly honest with you. I can. Oh, Shaman is Zedruu. I thought there was another Lord Breaker. Well, we play. We have double Mana Sliver because I didn't change my deck out. We keep this. And we see how many Virulent Slivers it takes to win a game against somebody with 20 life, which actually is the fair point. Okay, Mountain. Second Virulent Sliver. Attack for 4 and 2 poison. We play a Sliver Hive. We play a Mana West Sliver. And we are not currently being forced to not block. So this is going to be 6 poison on turn 3. Play one of these. We play the Hive Stirrings. So you can only got 1, and you don't have. Yeah, you're just dead to poison. It's not Infect yet. It's just poison counters. Infect came later. Another Gather Snipe's useful for the Izzet deck. Not going to say no to that. There's books over there if we fight some ogres, but I actually want to fight you. Fire Giant. We will play. We've got a Mana Sliver. We're probably okay, as long as it doesn't die. Swamp Gem Hide. They kill this, we're in trouble. I meant to attack for 2, didn't. We'll regret it later. Mountain. Oh, let's play the... Cancel, that's the white. White, red, play you. Play a Muscle Sliver. Attack for 6. Misty Rainforest. Crack it for... Do we have a white source we can get off it? Not at the moment. Tiger then. Play another... Yeah, let's just play Hive Stirrings. Yeah, it replaces itself ultimately, so white, red. Do that. Alpha Strike for 8. 10 because the Skeleton Snake's still around. And Alpha Strike again. Well, lots of gold, lots of shards. A couple of cards I'm not too familiar with or care that much about. It's a portal. It is! Oh god! Hi. Am I going to regret being here? It's Zedruu! Let's do this. Okay, I know what Zedruu does in Commander. Beginning of your end step, each opponent conjures one of Zedruu's gifts onto the battlefield under their control. Opponents gifted by Zedruu gain pay free life, sacrifice this card, conjures a random Minotaur token under their control. We'll play, and I'm quite happy to see a Virulent Sliver. I am unhappy to see that I have nothing to go with it. So we mulligan instead and go for this. We'll put the 40 life. We'll put the Might Sliver on the bottom as that's the least thing at the moment. We keep this. We go Mountain. Sorry, we go Forest Go. Hunted Wumpus. When it enters the battlefield, each other player may put a creature card on the hand of the battlefield. They put a Relic Robber. That could have been a lot worse. Are we just going to get hunted creatures every turn? Because that's... Not going to lie, interesting. We'll play the Gem Hide, because that's still ultimately our strategy here. Attack for 8. Oh, okay. It does 2 damage to me, but I can sacrifice a creature to give an opponent control of it. So, we're going to do that now. Attack for 2. We're not interested in that. We get a Goblin Construct token, which actually I realised I could have sacrificed that to this, which would have been more useful, but hey. We take 1. Tiger. Muscle Sliver. And could play another one. I don't think we need to, though. Attack for a reasonable amount. Another Jinxed Idol. Well, that at least solves that problem. We take 2 during the upkeep. End phase, we're going to sacrifice our construct token, give them another Jinxed Idol. Hey, we found the gimmick. Give them their stuff back. The Muscle Sliver. Now, this Hunted Wampus could have been ridiculously bad for us, but it just hasn't been. Grid Monitor, we can't play creature spells. But it's a 4/6. And they've just died. They've also mulliganed again here. We have a Virulent off the top. We have a Hive Stirrings we can go into eventually. A little dodgy, but we're a game up. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control, discard 2 cards. Okay. Weirdly, I'm okay with that. But it does mean I'm not playing my Virulent Sliver yet. But I am going to just strike you for 6. Statecraft. Rent all combat damage that will be dealt to and by creatures you control. Oh god. We can't beat Statecraft. We have to actually pay for this one. Marsh Flats, crack it. Grab a plateau. Yeah, we can't attack with this because it just is prevented, but 9 lives. Source would do damage to you, prevent the damage, and put an incarnation counter to this enchantment. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on this enchantment, exile it. When this enchantment loses the battle. So basically, we take damage 9 times, we lose. That's irrelevant for right now. As is this thing. Alright. Tiger. Apologies, just didn't turn my phone off now. Okay. You aren't giving me those idols anymore, and that was really good for me. I'm not good. We don't have the Haste Sliver as well, which is slightly interfering with what I'm doing here. We can, however, start using the cookbook. But I think we attack here. Oh, they blocked. But we take no damage. Of course we don't. Because that was a really pointless block. Soulless Jailer. Permanent cards and graveyards come into the battlefield. Players can't cast non-creature spells or... Okay, that doesn't actually affect us. Ghostly Prison, so we now have to pay 2 mana to attack. Oh, this is gonna... We're going to be completely out of this one. The good news is, all the bad effects just get sacrificed by the Plague Reaper. Which I guess we could sacrifice it, discard 2, play a bunch of stuff, and hope to counter next turn, but we need to deal combat damage to a player to actually get the poison tokens online. Yeah, Zedruu might be beating us with this Plague Reaper. You can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. When you cast a spell, draw a card. Okay. Second Ghostly Prison, we have to pay 4 to attack. Play a Forest. What's our mana position like here? I'm going to cast a Hive Stirrings, largely to get it out of our hands. We need to pay 2 for each creature we attack with. What do we get this time? We got our second 9 lives. Drew a Virulent. We will Underworld Cookbook. Discarding a Shifting Sliver. We can gain a ton of life. That's about all I can do right now. I don't have a way of sacrificing this. There is an enchantment removal sliver, which I didn't put in the deck because I realized for Revenge Against the Cook, he wants his being sacrificed and destroyed. So I figured it was a bad move. Also, we'd be forced to destroy our own monuments and things. So Not my permanents don't untap. I think we concede this one. I don't think we can break this board. If I had ways to counter my stuff, I think we'd manage this, but we're gonna play this one. We're gonna have to mulligan it because I badly need. I need at least the 2 sliver hives. I think that's fine. We're gonna return the forest to. Yeah, we have a sliver hive. We have double sliver hive actually. So we keep this sliver hive 1 and say go. Embargo. Alright, so this is one we have to prepare for. No untaps is awkward because I don't have Vigilance Slivers because I didn't feel they were relevant. Also, we're not going to get through at this point if we're doing that. I have to basically get a board state where I win on 1 turn. So, good luck with this. Font of Mythos. Each player draws 2 additional cards. That might be relevant. These 2. Okay. Because the only shot I can see of winning this now is if we can go Thrumming Highfall with a huge board of creatures. Not impossible that we can make this work. But it also depends on what else we get given. But if we can go Hive Stirrings, get this out, maybe we can do 40 damage in 1 shot. In 3 more turns. What were we given? We were given Statecraft. Prevent all. Ah! Statecraft ruins us. I can't do it now. Yeah. No, I think we just can't beat Statecraft. Okay. We're going to concede the game here. I'm just thinking everything out loud at this point. Is there anything I do to get around this? The cookbook doesn't help. This won't help. I can't beat this thing. I suppose... Actually, no. I can sacrifice it, but give them the... Yeah. Oh, God. For some reason, I thought I just couldn't, and now I'm just... I could have probably done something else. I feel stupid now. Okay, hold on. Right. So, Embargo we're fine with. This we can't beat. So, we're going to pay the 3 here. Actually, cancel. We're not going to win this turn. So, this isn't actually doing us any harm. So, we're going to Gem Heights Sliver. If I can actually get across to my things. There we go. Sliver Hive, Plateau. We're going to Muscle Sliver. So that's 4. We're then going to cast this for 2. Going to cast another Gem Hide Sliver. So we're currently up to 30 damage, double striking. Not impossible. Beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice creature other than this creature. That is fine. Second Relic River. All of our stuff flies. We don't care about that. Okay. Auto resolve all those. We lose 2 life. 2 more slivers. We sacrifice a creature that isn't the Taskmaster. We sacrifice a Skeletal Snake. We draw our many cards for the turn. Sliver Hive. We now cast Hive Stirrings. Okay. We tap the creatures down. Alright, let's get rid of Statecraft. They get a 5/5. We made a bunch of free tokens here, and we have a thing that we can block with. We also need to get rid of Embargo on the next turn. Okay. Taxable blocks this combat if able. Okay, well that's not a problem. We'll still do that. Wait, hold on. Why did you allow me to get through that? I should have been forced to attack. Okay. Double Font of Mythos, you say? Hold on. The enemy chapter. Up to one target creature attacks or blocks this combat if able. Up to one target creature can't attack or block this combat. Okay. I have not enough blockers, don't I? I could have won this. I could have won this twice. Alright. I could have won this twice. Oh, that's really annoying. Well, we're gonna go back because I am not dealing. I'm definitely getting some revenge for that one. God damn it! Again, reading the ability explains the ability, but I just completely forgot in game 2 that I could sacrifice that effect. I thought I was stuck with it. All right. Well, we now know one thing on this revenge tour. We have some cards for this, and what we have, ultimately, is a Harmonic Sliver, or 2. So, double Harmonic Sliver in. The problem with the Harmonic Sliver is it's a mandatory effect, and the From High Falls really go against it, but... Oh, actually, no, let's not do that. Do I have enchantment removal? Because if I do, or even just sacrificing a permanent. Oh god, I've just thought of a spell. I just thought of an artifact I might have that does it, but I don't. It's a zero cost artifact, which basically you can sacrifice permanents to gain 1 life. But anything that would just allow me to sacrifice permanents. Okay. All cards. Deals combat damage to a player sacrifice things. Whenever a sacrifice thing, do that. Ragdos the Defiler. I don't think Ragdos the Defiler is the answer to this one. Alright. Alright. Well, we'll think about that. We're still hanging out in this area. We're not done with this city. This city has claimed quite a lot from us at this point. And we want it back. Also, we're going to try and repair the boots. Thank you. Re-equip the boots. Alright. Next time, we are going back. We are winning if we can. Also, just having a quick check to make sure none of the things have got a random thing that would help us. They probably don't. Not especially. Alright. Next time, Zedruu, we are coming for you. Until then.